Do you like dogs? Jack does. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me go back to the beginning of the story. You see, Jack was a student in Mrs. Stretchberry's classroom, and he was not happy. You see, everyone in the classroom had been given an assignment, even though it was the beginning of the year. Everyone had to write a poem. Now, Jack thought he didn't get poems. He didn't understand poetry. It wasn't his thing. He thought that just because he was a boy, his brain couldn't understand poetry, couldn't create it, couldn't work with it. That's not true. Anyone can do poetry, understand it, or enjoy it, create it even. What Jack needs is some help, and he's about to get that help from his teacher. First, she reminds Jack, "Hey, Jack, you can't write anything if you don't have a piece of paper and a pencil out." So he got those out. Then Mrs. Stretchberry mentioned to Jack that, hey, sometimes it's easier to write a poem if you think of something or someone that inspires you. And so Jack thought of a dog that he and his family once had, a dog named Sky. That family adored the critter. They found him in an animal shelter. They walked in, they saw him, and it was love at first sight. The family took the dog home, and Jack took wonderful care of him. Took him for walks, made sure he had food and water, played with him all the time. In fact, that's when the event happened. You see, Jack was playing with Sky, throwing the ball, playing fetch. Unfortunately, the ball went out into the street in front of a moving car, and Sky followed. You know what happened there. Anyway, as Jack thought of Sky, he found himself doing something he didn't expect. He found himself writing a poem. In fact, not just one poem, but many poems. Enough to fill much of this book that I'm going to share with you. And if you check out this book, you may find you like those poems that Jack wrote. You may find that you like Jack. He's a pretty cool kid. And that dog I mentioned, that dog named Sky, you may even find that you love that dog by Sharon Creech.